Right, so here I am again, animating a tiny red-haired kid in Gdevelop, frame by frame, pixel by pixel, living the dream. It's another day building this little retro-inspired RPG, probably destined to get buried by the algorithm in favor of some AI-generated nonsense, or whatever open-world survival sandbox came out this week. But hey, I'm still making it. That's the key. It's kind of a mix between Undertale, Dragon Warrior, and some old-school pixel horror. Got a bit of charm, a bit of dread, a bit of jank, just the right combo. I'm doing all the pixel art myself, which is always fun until you realize that animating a walk cycle is basically the same as doing squats with your brain. Still banned from Click Team Fusion, by the way. In case you're wondering, yes, I've asked. No, they still won't unban me. Apparently telling the truth about their exporter 10 years ago still stings. Fair enough. I suppose they didn't like the fact that I built more templates than they ever officially shipped. You help a few thousand people, and suddenly you're public enemy number one. Classic. But that's all right. We've moved on. I've been using Gdevelop a lot more recently. It's actually solid. No code if you don't want it. Good animation tools. Runs in the browser. It's like someone took the frustration out of game dev and just gave you the good bits. So if I want to knock out a quick pixel art prototype, or build a weird RPG with talking furniture and emotional trauma, this is where I do it. Probably won't be a hit, let's be honest. It's not going to top the Steam charts or get me interviewed by IGN. But I've had this idea bouncing around my skull for years, and I just want to get it out. That's the fun bit. You don't make these games to get famous. You make them because they won't leave you alone. Speaking of influence, did you know I made the first Five Nights at Freddy's template? True story. The whole security room concept, flipping between cameras to survive, that was built in Click Team Fusion with one of my templates, using an extension that didn't even export to Android back then. That's why the original FNAF mobile port was so stripped down. The proper features weren't there yet. But no, never got credit for that. Not even a wink. But that's all right. I wasn't doing it for credit. Just wanted to help people build cool things. Same with Undertale. One of the early battle system templates that went around the Game Maker forums, that was mine too. I'm not claiming the game, obviously. Toby made something truly brilliant. But some of those foundational ideas, the dodge while you wait mechanic, came from tutorials and templates I dropped years ago. And if they inspired people, good. That's all I ever wanted from this stuff. Meanwhile, my games on Steam, absolute disasters. They flop harder than a fish on concrete. You put your heart into it, upload it, and 2 people play it. One says, "Controls are weird," and the other asks, "Can you make it in 3D?" Yeah, mate, let me just rebuild the entire game because you don't like sprites. Cheers for the feedback. But I keep going. Because once you start making games, it changes you. You stop playing them the same way. You see the systems, the patterns, the logic underneath. You start thinking in loops and variables and transitions. It's like the Matrix, but with more coffee and fewer sunglasses. Animation, by the way, people overthink it, especially with pixel art. Traditional animation rules don't always apply. You don't need 12 frames of motion blur for a walk cycle. You need 2, maybe 3, frames with good timing. That's it. Pixel art is about suggestion. One bounce, one smear, a flick of hair. You're not animating reality, you're animating charm. Old school devs understood this. Look at Earthbound. Barely animated, but it's dripping with personality. Mega Man? Tiny movements, big impact. Undertale? Most enemies are 2 frames, and yet they're more memorable than half the games on Game Pass. It's not about the detail, it's about the delivery. Retro games just knew how to work with limits. They didn't have the budget, the space, or the tools, but they made magic. Give me a 16 by 16 sprite with heart over a motion-captured Unreal mannequin any day. When you only have 4 colors and 8 frames, every choice matters. You can't afford fluff. So what you get is pure, distilled creativity. That's the energy I'm chasing here. Nothing fancy, no AAA nonsense. Just one person making something weird and honest. Gdevelop helps with that. It's like using scissors instead of a chainsaw. You can just make stuff. You want a character that bounces, talks, cries, explodes? Done. No compiling, no DLL errors, no stack overflow. Just drag, drop, and tweak until it feels right. This game, I don't know how long it'll be. Maybe an hour, maybe less. Depends how ambitious I get. I'm not trying to make the next Undertale or Lisa or whatever. I'm just trying to make something I like. Something that says what I want to say, even if nobody else hears it. And if a few people play it and go, oh wow, that was neat, then that's enough. I'll probably upload it to Steam and Itch and whatever's still functioning after the next Unity meltdown. It'll get 10 downloads, 2 comments, and I'll move on to the next strange idea I've had since 2009. Anyway, I should get back to animating this red-headed menace. Got a whole world to build, NPCs to script, and weird little cutscenes to draw. So yeah, that's the plan. Make something, finish it, release it, hope it lands somewhere. Thanks for watching, or listening, or letting this play in the background while you procrastinate on your own game. Appreciate you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.